Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of It's On Us Podcast. On today's episode, we have local artist Michael Lewis stop by and join the show to discuss his music career and much more. So if you want to take a listen, tap in and enjoy the episode.
I'm bringing this in, so I'm saying check the motherfucking level.
Check this, bitches, bro.
Yeah, you gotta run that up. We gonna have to go with that. That's how it's starting.
Hot. Go ahead.
Okay, well, with that being said, since my fellas said we running with that, how y'all doing? We are officially back. It's a motherfucking full house. I have to say it like that because I'm happy to see all my guys here this Saturday. And with that being said, it is the IOU Podcast. This is your boy Cliff coming at
That's
you.
That's good
hot.
energy. That energy is
That
was beautiful.
So, I'm your host, Cliff, today. I guess I'm being the host since I'm bringing this in and all. And to my left, I got John.
Hey. Welcome back to me.
Man, how you doing? You gonna follow me up with that? To my right, I got Gabe.
How you doing, my good guy?
To John's left, we got Ash.
Love.
Across from me, I got Archie. I'm gonna say your name for you because I don't think you're gonna bring the energy.
Archibald.
Brother. You're gonna bring that brother energy on these. And I'm not gonna introduce you as just an entertainer or rapper. We have the multi-talented Michael Lewis in the building today. He's our special guest.
Appreciate
Thanks
that,
for joining
man.
us, man.
Yeah, thank you guys. It's an honor, for real.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
It's crazy because like a while back, I'm like, you got to get on the podcast, bro.
Yeah.
Whenever you got time, like this, And today, we got a chance to interview you, so we're gonna see where this goes. All right. We got a couple questions for him, right, Jacob?
We got more than a couple.
Oh, so we got a few.
We got a few couple.
Okay.
So we're just going to jump right in. Where did your journey begin? Just in music in general.
Just music, like not even rapping. Like,
Right, yeah.
Church.
Okay.
Yeah. My dad was in the worship team over in Temple Emmanuel on the south side.
Okay.
So, it was always kind of like rooted in my family. And my mom used to sing too. They had like a band together when they were like young.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. But it was church,
Right.
See.
Yeah.
It's always some type of like lineage that goes back to like
That's like Daniel. Same thing. He's
same
the
thing.
same example.
his parents were like musicians. They
In
did
the
music
church,
together in the
and-
church. So and you grew up like Christianity in a sense, right?
Yeah.
So you've seen like the progress and like so you've always been like involved with like the church.
Yeah, pretty much my whole life, yeah.
Were you ever part of the choir at one point?
Never.
No.
See, I was as a kid and I got kicked out because I was too rowdy and they were like, "You just go sit in the pews, bro."
Were you a soprano or alto?
Soprano.
I never got like deep into it like that. It was mostly just my dad. He would play. Yeah.
Okay.
You might be one of them old heads though, like 67 years old. Like, all right, now I'll do it. I'll be the baritone. Is it like the deep?
Yeah.
I could see myself maybe doing that. Like
Seriously?
starting like directing a choir or something. I want to learn how to do it.
That's
for
dope.
real.
That'd be
dope.
lit though. It would
Be out there orchestrating.
Like Kanye on Sunday
Yeah,
service.
like that'd be raw.
Hell yeah.
So how did you transition into like rapping?
Rapping, man, honestly, I just remember like my cousin would always put like, what was it called, like MTV?
Yeah. MTV.
What was that called?
Raps and MTV. I mean, shit, we used to wake up to MTV everything.
Right
Yeah,
before school.
we would wake up and he would play that, and I remember like Bow Wow was like my
Okay.
because he was so young, and
Yeah.
and it kind of felt like like I could be that,
Right.
all the girls loved him, like that type of thing. So once that's kind of what like got me into rap, and then I always like tried to just mimic them in some type of way as a kid, but that's kind of where it started from.
So you had like early like manifestations of you doing that and being in that space and like cultivating like, this is my future. I can see me on TV performing in front of people, concerts, like.
See, I didn't
No?
really, because basketball was like what I really like loved first. Music was like just something I got. The money, the cars, it kind of just catches your eye. But what I really loved was basketball, and those kind of go hand in hand almost. You know?
Every rapper want to be a hooper. Every hooper want to be a rapper.
Yeah,
Right?
usually how it go. Yeah.
So, with that being said, like, where did your love for basketball come from? Like, did you play in church leagues and stuff like that? Like, how did you come to love the game of basketball?
That was just like my dad watching games with him and stuff like that. He never really played, so he kind of just wanted to get me into those things, sports and stuff. But Yeah, I can't really say how it all started, but
So
yeah,
real quick, favorite player growing up?
I was literally about to
favorite
ask
player,
that.
LeBron.
Okay,
Classic.
Yeah,
all right.
So can you give us your top 5 then? Top 5 players growing up.
top 5 players growing up. So
growing up.
I would say Bron.
Mm-hmm.
I think Rose like overall developed to be like my favorite, just because how humble he was and stuff. I don't know. That's just spoke to me so much. How quiet he was, but he was just a killer on the court. Like
right.
I never seen nobody play like him before. So I'll say Rose. And well, going back, probably Jordan. Just like researching back, Jordan. AI.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we got to watch AI, so like that counts.
For me, like Vince Carter was like someone like he was like entertaining to watch. Like the
You had
dunks
to watch
and
VC on TV.
Yes.
Him and T-Mac.
Yeah,
you had to watch them.
Yeah,
Man, yeah.
Him and
So
Gilbert.
it's hard to get that fist spot. I don't know. Maybe Melo.
Oh yeah. I had a Melo jersey back then. I had a Melo and Bron jersey for a little bit. Both got stolen.
You talking about Melo with the braids, early Melo?
Ain't it?
Oh,
yeah.
Fresh out of Syracuse.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Everybody
Me,
wanted
Melo.
to shoot like him. I
He
even
was
mimicked my
hard.
jumper after him at one point in time. I'm like, man, this dude can't do nothing on offense.
And he had that wet jumper 2K too. That
did.
shit was automatic in 2K.
all toe back in the day.
Me and him have the same birthday, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
That's dope.
It's
Why
so
are you
cool.
telling us this?
Or just random fact.
Like,
I can't just throw
You
a
just-
random
you just
fact.
let
out
me
And
there.
Ash's birthday is the day after
Yeah.
y'all. So
No,
what are we getting
day
at?
before ours.
The day before. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
see, he doesn't even know your birthday. I know birthday, bud.
it's around. No, don't do that.
No. Come on, man.
Anyways, back to you, Mike. So you had these players growing up, and you've seen like the similarities of like how they lived their life. They were very humble, and you try to live the same humble lifestyle.
Yeah,
Right? So,
yeah, exactly. I think that's just like I've always been quiet. People, always say I'm quiet when I'm around.
yeah. You're very observant. Like even the first time like we met, I'm like you just in the back, like peeping the scene. I'm like, what's up? You cool? Like just Mellow, always smiling. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, this is a cool guy though.
That's
like,
that's just how I am. You feel me?
okay. So why is Lorain important to you though? For you to put Lorain on the map. per
Right,
se?
Lorain, man. It just like it made me who I am. Just like all of us here, right? All of us are from Lorain, innit?
Except for
like,
Jay.
Well, he's from Elyria, but yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's something about like feeling like you're that underdog. Like they look down on us. You know what I mean? Like, and I just can't stand that. So
Yeah.
I really just want to do everything I can, not just for the out looking in, but for the younger kids looking in out. You know what I mean? Like, you can be something bigger than what the city is, and then
And what the city tries to
shine-
tell you.
Yeah,
Not
yeah, you can be bigger than what they tell you. So it's important to me. Like, I know people tell me all the time, like, man, if you just move somewhere, like,
You can easily do that though, but you
Yeah.
don't want to. You want to
yeah,
bring something
it's
here.
just like, man, it's still like something I think about. It's an option, because no matter what, I'll take Lorain wherever I go. But man, to make it from here would be something special. Like,
yeah. And even if you do decide to go out, that's okay. You need that exposure. Like
Yeah.
LeBron didn't stay in Cleveland his whole life. He had to
Right.
go to Miami, see what that was like, come back, and then apply the information that he got.
Right.
So like,
Exactly, and that's why I'm trying to just travel more. That's kind of what I've been trying to do, just learn more from other people, network. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing lately.
What's your favorite thing about Lorain?
My favorite thing about Lorain, the people.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, just feels like home.
Yeah.
And I think we all we understand our underdogness, and it's like we all kind of try to support each other. And I was at a garage sale this morning, and a guy, we got to talking, and he's actually moving to Florida, and he was like, I explained to him what I do. I work at the city, and he was like, well, before I left, I was walking down his driveway. He was like, hey, you need to bring Lorain back. I know you can do it. Like, I met the guy 5 minutes ago. He's like on my team. I'm like, thank you. I'm trying.
That's all it takes is
Yeah.
one good mindset, you know what I mean, to change.
but your biggest supporter is somebody you don't even know.
Yep.
Exactly.
Not even people around you. Like, I can literally go out of town and say, hey, I'm doing this. Like, I support you. What's your website? Well, how do I follow you? Like, and they'll support you tenfold. But somebody around here will be like, I see you're still consistent, so I guess congratulations. It's like a weird like chip on your shoulder. Like
It
I
is
don't get
weird.
it though.
Yeah, that's weird. It's right. Who can explain why it's like that? I don't know. You know,
It's like you want to see somebody else make it, but like some type of like envy and ego goes
That's
into
not
play.
you.
And
There's
like,
a lot
yeah,
of
and
toxic
it's like,
people in Lorain
I don't
though,
get
at the
it,
same
though, like-
time.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's why you got to take a page out of most successful people book. That's why you do have to leave. It's nothing against your home state, but think about everything y'all just agreed and said. Most people out of your home environment are going to support you more than your home environment. So you can go out, get your resource, bring it back. Ain't nothing wrong with, sitting on whatever throne, whatever you want to call it, back at home. But you're going to have to leave home in order to be successful at some point.
I wouldn't say leave home in the sense like leave, but you do have to venture off and break
Experience.
off and see
Experience,
shit,
yeah.
like you said.
Yeah.
Though.
I'm not saying stay gone, but just leave. You have to
Yeah,
just
no.
Vacations are essential to learn who you are, just as
Are
much
they?
as what you want to see.
I take a vacation every couple weeks.
Right, I'm about to
He said
drop
Miami,
a
Vegas.
cliff note. I'm about to drop a cliff note. What bird have you seen sit in its nest all its life?
I was just about to say something similar.
One
Yo,
that fell out, and he
Damn.
Probably got pushed out and wasn't ready. Yeah, I mean,
all the dark humor we talk about in our podcast, and that's the one everybody. Whoa, that's the fucking one everybody.
I got
really
some
on
dark
the
humor if you
fucking
want to get into it. No,
Peter
but,
gonna
like-
come at me. Let's talk about birds dying.
Damn.
but no, yeah, I get your analogy though, Cliff. Like, so, like, yeah, Lorain's our nest, and like, eventually we have to grow our own wings and like find out what's our next space that we need to be in to like keep excelling in life. You know?
Right.
So
And you can always come back to your nest after flying out for a little bit. Birds do it. Stay gone for a while and always come back home. Ain't nothing wrong with leaving.
I got
your
one
nest.
more off-topic question too. If you could bring something to Lorain, like from a bigger city or a different place, what would you bring?
Damn, I want to answer that question. That's
Yeah,
a
me
good ass
too. Damn.
question.
wow. Yeah, I never thought of that.
I've been pondering this question a lot lately. Like,
Really?
if I can really bring
So-
something to Lorain to help it, what would it be?
See, I don't know what I would bring, but it would have to be something that gets what would you call it? Like a tourist attraction that would bring other people to want to come and see. I don't know what it would be though. Honestly, that's a good question.
Can I answer that just because
That's
I would bring
an open question for us all.
I would bring we got campuses here, but I would bring like a tech campus, like a Google campus. Something big. Like if I can partner up with like a big business that's a tech, just so I can like not infect, but like influence the people here to like, really grow with technology more, or just like,
some
be
type of
like-
STEM field here.
Yeah,
like,
just exactly. Just bring some sort of STEM field here, and I think technology is never going anywhere. So if you can bring a tech campus to Lorain, I think that benefit the city.
I think so. One thing I've always had in my head would be investing in where Apple's is on the west side.
yeah, it's a lot of empty space over there.
I feel like there could be some good stuff like stores.
I
Put
agree.
something there
agree.
that. I feel like you know what I mean? Because
Right.
back in the day, it used to.
I used to be shade.
It was a movie
Afro
theater over
Rags
there.
used to
Couple,
originally be.
yep, couple stores, fronts, like movie
Rena
theater.
Center
Like,
was
yeah,
there.
it was a lot
Sally's
going
was
on.
always jumping.
Yeah, so we're like
There was
on
a
the
paint, there's
we're
a
on the
tax
backside
place.
now of like revamping Lorain. So like we're like the pioneers now in a sense. So
Yeah.
what do we really want to apply and like we can actually do it like
Yeah, we can do. It's doable. It is. It is doable.
because we got that mentality where like chip on our shoulder, don't count us out. You know what I mean? So
No, but you got it exactly right. We've had entrepreneurs on here from our class and different classes, but like it's just something about like our generation of like 30 and under is like we want this shit, so we gonna get this shit, and it's so like refreshing to hear. Just like even you, like man, I want to make it from here. Like I understand leaving like for a vacation and getting those experiences, like, but in general, I want to do it here type shit.
yeah, I mean, and it starts with the individual though, as you know, like you got to do some type of like self-realization, self-healing for you to like.
You gotta almost sacrifice in a way too. Like if you're gonna want to do it here, there may be some sort of sacrifice you have to make to you. Like you said, like we all said, that you can go do this elsewhere, but sacrificing and doing it for the greater good of everybody is very vital.
Everything comes at a cost, as we all know that. Like you can't get something for nothing. You know what I mean? You got to spend some type of time, energy,
Cash,
cash,
yeah, all that.
to actually
Resources.
put yourself on, right? And it's resources that we need, like, and you're going out and you're trying to get more resources for us, like, because you work with another local artist. Shout out to Benjamin Bill,
Yeah.
my boy, graduated from Lorain,
Yeah.
Admiral King. So, like, what's you guys' like relationship?
Man, so it's crazy how me and him met. So Oz, he was shooting videos at the time, and he met he knows a friend of Miles, or Benjamin Bill.
Mm-hmm.
And so one day they linked up to shoot a video, and that's how I met him. And then after that, years go by, right? And I start putting music out, and then eventually he reaches out to me, and we work on Killer California.
Yeah, I love that song.
Yeah, so
Out in the baby, my baby.
he's always
That's you.
yeah. So it started off like just him sending me references. I was just waiting, and he kind of was just like, do your thing. That's kind of how that song came out. He was just do what you do, because he kind of had an idea of already how he wanted it to sound, and I did my own thing. It was nothing like what he had, but he loved it, and he kind of just let me be me on there. And after we did that song, we just always became like close. He's kind of like a big brother, I can express how I feel sometimes when I'm dealing with like other situations that has to do with music, and he'll tell me what he thinks or what I should do, because he's been through it all himself.
He's came a long way too. So like,
I know the Game shouted him out one time. I think, was it 50 Cent also shouted him out for
I
a
believe
verse?
so.
Yeah, and he didn't. Social media wasn't really like a thing back then. So if that had happened now, like who knows where he would be.
And imagine like being in school, you go into your classroom, you find out, oh, my teacher does music videos. He's an artist, and he teaches at the same time. Like, that's inspirational.
And he
like,
coaches, ain't he?
And he coaches. So it's like, yo, you're multi-talented. Like, what can we do as young kids to be like you?
Right. That's our relationship. Strictly like, he's a good guy, like a great dude, like for real. I do consider him like family for real. Like anything I need, I know he'll try and steer me in the right direction, and I know he does that with his students too. So it's great to have somebody like him at a high school, at Clearview and stuff.
Local, so.
You also got
Shout out to Benjamin Bill.
Yeah, we got to get him on the pod.
We are.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure. He needs to. He'll pull up for sure.
This because it just makes sense. Everything we're doing clicks on all cylinders, and it makes sense to us to be in this space right now. So.
Like I said, this all right here, this is just like marination. Wait till we get visuals and everything and have everybody back. It's going to be even bigger.
Yeah, y'all got to have me back for that.
Oh, yeah.
You already know.
You're watching like us premeditate something that's about to be phenomenal. So like,
We still in the cocoon.
Yeah,
We ain't even sprouted our wings yet.
we still going. Yeah.
For like podcasts, likewise, like Joe Budden and them, his first like 100-some episodes aren't recorded, but he's got 500 fucking 30-some episodes, but the last like 200 are. You know what I mean? So it's
So
it's coming
Mike,
along.
You believe in the 10,000 hour rule per
Yeah.
se? Like, okay, so
Explain that again, because
So-
I think I know, but it's like
okay, so what do you know about how? Like, okay, so basically, like 10,000 hours is basically like it takes you this many hours to even get master a craft or be really, really good at it.
okay.
So with your music, you kind of put 10,000 hours per se.
I feel like I should be there, but if I'm not, I'm definitely getting there.
Yeah.
I'm definitely getting there.
Because how long have you been making music?
So I would say seriously making music, I want to say 2014. But I had started rapping when I was like 12. That was like 2009.
And you took it serious in 2014?
Yeah. Once I realized like basketball just, everybody wants to go to the NBA, like, but obviously that wasn't nowhere near what I was nowhere near as good as I thought. You feel me?
That's
So
okay.
I was like, man, let me just try and take music serious. Like I always used it as a way to just like vent, express myself. And so one day I was just like, man, I just gotta start taking it serious.
You took it serious, and then, I'm just excited to see where you go, because I can see you doing tours, like world tours, but like...
Man, that would be amazing. Lord willing, I hope,
Yeah.
So I got a question, because I get excited whenever I see like us drop an episode on like podcasts on Apple and stuff like that, knowing that I'm part of it. How does it feel like being an artist and like people search your name and you pop up on a Spotify or Apple? Like what kind of gratification do you get?
It feels good. I guess I'm just kind of not used to it, but like it's more so like when I release a song, like a specific song, to see how maybe it'll do or number wise and stuff like that. That's kind of where I'll like gauge I'm doing, but I think anybody can nowadays. Anybody who raps can get their music on
Right.
through a distribution service. So
The resource is much bigger now.
Right.
Back then it was hard to get on, but like all I can do is pick up my phone, hit record, and start going.
right, I'll say like on the low, John Sturza had got it on Apple Music before the distribution services started coming out. So when that happened, I was like, yo, I'm official. Like, I'm official. I got a song on iTunes and stuff like that. Yeah.
That's dope. Hell yeah. Back when you had to pay that 99 cents for a song and shit.
See? Like I said, a lot has changed, So like, yeah, I just like that you do music. Like, you have other interests other than music.
I'm into like the vintage clothing a little bit.
You got the classic Cleveland
But
Cavaliers.
this one's Porter, so this was like new, but it's the older jersey. But yeah, I'm really into jerseys too. Actually, now that you say that,
You got to bring that back, man.
About to say top 5 favorite jerseys because I got me a good.
Oh yeah, he's a collector too.
Bro, I got
Yeah.
at least like 20, 25 jerseys. Yeah.
Man.
All different sports. Like the only one I don't have that I do want to get is a hockey one.
You got a specific player you want to get?
Hockey?
Yeah.
I probably want to get Ovechkin or Crosby. And then probably you got to get Gretzky because that's the.
Go.
Say
Let me
He's
be
on the route
specific.
much more. Yeah.
Basketball jerseys for me.
You like okay?
I like football and baseball too, but like
Right.
I'm mostly going for basketball.
Okay. So then, yeah, go ahead. Give me top 5 jerseys in the NBA.
Okay. So
Vintage or not?
I got
There's some fire ones back in the day.
So this one with the white,
Okay.
I got a Z one.
Okay.
Nice.
That one I got a mellow Oak Hill.
That's nasty too.
The classic wine and gold Brian. That one's classic.
The home one or the away one? Or the home one's the white?
I got both of them. I would say probably the away one. Yeah,
I like the home one better. That white is so crispy back in the day.
yeah, it is.
I like the navy one. They're the alternate.
Yeah,
one.
I do like that
I
navy
like
one
that
too. Cool.
That one I don't have. That's one of the ones I don't have. I have a Magic Dream Team.
Okay, like the Olympic '92.
Yeah,
Ooh, that'd be cold with some. Yeah.
yeah, and then I got I got this AI one that's kind of split.
I know what you're
The
talking
red and
about.
white one, is it red and white?
No, it's black and white, but it's like the old one with the Reebok.
I know
on it.
exactly which one
I
you're
know.
talking about.
As soon as you said he split it, I'm like, I know which one you're talking
I've seen
about.
a few people with those.
Yeah.
I see you got phone pauses on. Do you have any do you have like a shoe thing? Like I know Gabe, he loves shoes. You have like a lot of shoe, like a big shoe collection.
I just been getting into it, but not necessarily. I was like a Bron guy growing up. I used to like to try to get the Brons, but due to like my parents, they didn't always have that for me because those shoes are like $200. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Fuck.
But
I was working at a young age, man. Shit, my mom said,
Yeah,
if you was wanting them, you was working for them.
I wish I would have did that. But now I'm starting to get like today. I just got the Yeezys. I won them on the raffle. Somehow I've been getting lucky with the raffles lately.
There you
Nice.
go.
I never get lucky with raffles
Hell
ever.
no, I ain't never won one.
Man.
So
So what
Only on
Yeezys did
finish
you get?
line.
man, I don't even know what they call. To be honest, they're like.
He
let me
said, I just
see.
liked it.
Are they the slides or you got like the?
They're the actual shoe.
Okay.
The slides are hard to get.
Oh, I know. I've been searching. Yeah, I got a pair, but at a cost. Yeah.
Doesn't it? Oh, the 700s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the classic AI jerseys. Yeah, that's a classic.
So for me, if I had to collect a couple, I would get a vintage Steve Francis jersey.
That Chicago Jordan was
I would get
cool.
OJ Mayo, his jersey. Who else?
Steve Francis is hard. I got a Steve Francis, but it's probably not the Orlando one that you're talking about.
Man, like
I got a Sonics jersey.
Oh yeah, those are hard.
I want a KD,
KD
one.
one. Oh yeah, that'd be hard
Gary
too.
Payton.
Okay.
Yeah.
So right now in basketball, do you have a favorite player you follow?
Right now,
Not named
Still
LeBron.
LeBron. Yeah.
Not named
Not
LeBron.
like
no, not besides LeBron. I would say maybe Trae Young. I like Trae
What about
Young.
Garland, man?
I like Garland, but Trae Young, man, I don't know. He's just smooth.
Ice trade different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
y'all see, was it yet last night? Curry, he hit that three. He was like, "What would he say?"
Night.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
But he was going off though. He shot 60%.
They came back too. I did not expect
Yeah.
that at all, but I like Luka Doncic though.
Wiggins went off early.
So nice.
He's different. Yeah, it's something about these like foreign players. They come over and they 10,000 hour shit. Like they master it to a degree where like
because
they play at their own pace.
KD
like,
got
They
mad
about that
about
shit over there.
KD got mad because somebody said that and I've been saying this for a little bit now too. International players are surpassing American base players because a lot of American players played at AAU and are only like self-driven versus like foreign players who play real team basketball and develop within a system. And KD's clapback was, well, didn't like Giannis develop in America, which I give him that point, but again, their mental is wired different. Like you can develop somewhere different and practice somewhere different, but it's where you come from that really install your fundamentals.
Yeah, because you got to think Luka, Jokic, Embiid. He's different. Embiid
and
Doncic. They're all like
the top
one-on-one players.
But Embiid didn't even start playing basketball until he was older.
But that's the
crazy part. But he, like you said, he's seen it all the time to where they were more team oriented than an AAU. Oh, give me the rock. I'm about to hoop out.
Another player to follow. Not to cut you off. Another player to follow. Melo.
LaMelo Ball.
You see how his dad primed him to go play like overseas instead of like following the modern pattern.
He had a bunch
and now
of
he adapted to the NBA. He's probably better than his big brother, honestly.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He is all around.
Probably the best ball.
It's just
of them all.
It's scary that the top 5 players in the NBA, 4 of them are international.
What's up?
Who's your top 5?
I'm disagreeing with he's better than his big brother because I'm the biggest brother and it ain't going down like that. If I had to put 30 down his neck, I would.
But see,
I mean, I get that.
So, Mike, do you have siblings at all?
I have a sister.
She older or younger than you?
Younger.
See, so she's probably like going to be the best because I guess it's how genetics go. Like the youngest child is usually like the most gifted because
they have to endure the most.
Yeah,
and always climb uphill.
No, that's what I'm saying, bro. I'm going with big bro. He dropping 30 on his neck for real. They play similar styles. I think Melo is just flashier.
But my thing is, LaMelo came in with the confidence that Lonzo always lacked that he had to gain. Like Melo came out the game.
But that's because he couldn't shoot like so. You know what I mean? You're a young kid and your dad's already fucking a prime topic on ESPN every damn day, and now you come into the league and you can't shoot, and is he a bust and da 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 da? Like, you know what I mean? Now he's actually a very efficient shooter. So
I agree with that.
Fixes the mechanics of his shot.
But you can't say Melo didn't come in with the same pressure. He came in with more because he played overseas. You know what I mean? With grown men. And Lonzo never tried nothing Melo's doing. From throwing between the leg, oops, everything.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why it's more flashier. Yeah, like.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what we expected from Lonzo. We never got it. We got a timid young kid that didn't really grow up till he got to Chicago.
But imagine him being in the Lakers. Imagine that whole Lakers team together right now, though. That's a different conversation.
I wish I had that team.
Exactly. So
don't bring it up. I'm a Lakers fan.
If that whole team is still together, B.I., Randall,
we would have won a chip.
Exactly. There's no way in hell that y'all and let Bron come there naturally and keep everybody. Fuck Anthony Davis. That team would be crazy.
You hurt my feelings on purpose.
I'm just being honest. I'm trying to defend the big brother.
Go ahead, Jacob.
I got a question.
Oh, well, your hands up, of course.
Oh, thanks, man. So much. You talk about you playing basketball. Did you have any other sport you played? Like you played football or baseball?
Nah.
He said no.
I did like flag football when I was young. that ain't nothing though.
Flag now would be intense.
Wait a minute. It's all about finesse.
So I wasn't here last week. I didn't hear if we talked about Kendrick Lamar's new album or not. Did we talk about it on here?
We have not.
No.
Have you heard the new album?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So talk about with him.
That's a perfect topic. Okay, so how do you feel about this new Kendrick poetry or whatever contemporary rap? Like, how do you want to talk about?
Man, I think like we needed it, like bad. You know what I mean? He's just an artist who's saying something like, and we haven't got that in so long. Like, I just felt. I listened to it so many times, I still don't understand some of it. Like
same. Like I had to listen to it in layers, and like I go back and pick certain songs out and try to like decode them, but I'm like from start to finish well put together.
Yeah.
And I think like social media, it's good because back 15 years ago we didn't have social media, so we're all like trying to figure this album out together now. It's people are like, oh, that's what he's talking about. This verse is, I love it.
Yeah, it was great. What's the favorite song you guys got?
Worldwide Steppers for me.
I like Mr. Morale.
Yeah, that beat's hard.
That beat is just, I can't get out of it. It's be in the back of my mind subconsciously. I'm like,
see, but Die Hard for me, that's a good song. N95 is a really good song.
Right now, the most catchiest one in my head is like Silent Hill. Yeah.
Silent Hill is stupid.
I see it on TikTok all the time. Like, bro, like,
Silent Hill is probably like my favorite to play in the car.
Push these bitches off me like.
I don't have the whole track.
When I heard that, I was like, "Oh, he high."
Yeah, he's different type of Kendrick now though. But yeah, he's probably one of my top favorite artists. And like, he even said like, it's been 1,855 days I've been going through something. I'm like, what is he talking about? So in his album, he's talking about him healing, going to therapy,
everything,
his father issues, just him being a dad. I'm like, yo, he's giving us raw, authentic like Kendrick. And like in your music, you try to do something like similar, like,
oh man, everything that I talk about is like coming from a place that I've actually lived, you know. Nothing's fabricated, nothing ever, like it all comes from my heart. Whatever I feel like I need to get out, I put it in a song.
Yeah. And we love Kendrick because he's organic and he's himself, and he doesn't try to like fit into a certain box, or like he's just who he is. And this is his last album on Top Dog Entertainment.
TDE,
Oh,
so
really?
Now he's gonna step into his own
creativity space. I don't know who he's gonna be with, and I agree with y'all. And I feel like when you do take the approach like you and Kendrick take, which is like really put your soul into the music, it's way more relatable. That's why I wholeheartedly agree with you that we needed an album like this. And I'm not saying shame to the people who wanted like a Good Kid, Mad City album, but people need to understand that life is always moving forward, never backwards. Because I hopped onto Facebook to share our stuff, and I seen some people reviewing Kendrick's album like, man, this ain't nothing like his first album. And it's like, you have to understand,
would it be though?
This man is growing up. This man ain't trying to be the same kid that went through the trauma of like what he went through on that album. He's going through different shit. And it's like, you know, I just wish people could really grow with music and really grow with artists. Like, everything ain't got to be drill rap, trap rap, and shit like that for you to digest it, or club music. Like, if you can only really listen to that, you really need to look at yourself in the mirror, because that means you've never grown out of a certain phase of your life.
Another good song that I love on his album is
social media shit though, right there.
No, another good song that I love on his album is Kendrick Make You Think About It, but he is not your savior. LeBron made you give him flowers, but he's not your savior. So he's going through this whole list of people who we idol. He's like, these are not your saviors.
Never.
You got to look into yourself and like do that discovery, and you be your own type of like. Yeah, because he's a Christian also, and he talks about the struggle of him converting into a new like religion belief. So like for you, like as you grow, like you keep your Christianity like sacred to you. Are you open to like new like?
I keep it pretty sacred. I try to just stay focused on that. You know, I respect whatever anybody else believes, but Jesus, you know, that's who I believe in.
That's your root, that's your foundation.
Yeah, that's my foundation for sure.
And as you should, like, and whatever you believe, I tell people like whatever you believe in, let that be your truth, because like spirituality is this pool, and for me, growing like religion is more so of like a fishbowl in a sense. Like you only teach so much in this small bowl, but like spirituality is this vast ocean of like different like realms you can go into and talk about and like just pick up energies from. So like that's the difference between like I like what you're doing and I see where you're going, and I'm like I want to follow you along your journey because I know like you're going to live out a full career. That's why I'm like I can see you going on tour and like it's so crazy to like visually see that though. But like
yeah, thank you, man. I hope so, man. I've been praying on it a lot.
So is there any like artists you want to work with when you do get on?
Yeah, obviously Drake.
Okay.
Drake.
I was gonna say you sound
if
like
you get that Drake tap.
Yeah, a lot of people.
It's a small feature. Anything from Drake was like.
Yeah, Drake. Probably Party Next Door.
Be dope.
Oh, dope.
The Weeknd.
Dope.
J. Cole.
He said every heavy hitter.
I just go for the heavy hitters.
How do you feel about?
Let me name somebody a little bit maybe out of your element. Would you do a song with like Billie Eilish if she like approached you?
Oh, she's a vibe.
I would do a song with Billie Eilish, but I guess it depends the content of the song.
Right.
Kane Brown.
Who?
Kane Brown.
That's the country singer, right?
Yeah.
I think I would.
I just beam fucking lasers from his eyes at you.
I think I would.
Kane Brown.
Fuck you.
I think I would do it in any genre, and I think he's a good he's probably only one of the few that I know, actually. So
now,
Hey,
now what
you could
about
be the next Nelly.
What about kind of local though? Is there anybody locally that you're kind of eyeing that's kind of on your same level here?
Man,
like
so I just seen Peso from Two Twin.
Yeah.
I just seen him at the Jewelers. We went to the Jewelers. It was crazy, bro. Downtown Cleveland, like, what are the odds that me and him... So I had been sent him a song that I've been trying to get him on. He's probably my favorite artist from Lorain. I think he got it. Like, I think out of anybody, I think he could be the one to make it. I think he has the youthful sound, and I think his melodies are just creative. Yeah, I think he's the one that I've been trying to get on a song.
Push it. Hey, look. Hey, let's Peso. Hey, look.
I don't like to,
Let's get these pesos.
Yeah, but when I seen him, he was all for it, and he's been, he always, shows love. It's just a matter of just making it happen.
Maybe resend it, the same song.
Forward and back. Hey, just checking back, circling back.
Yeah.
Did you have time to look this up?
Yeah. And most times people get caught up in their own lives, so like shit happens. So like,
yeah.
What about Jack Harlow?
I like Jack Harlow.
They're saying he's going to be like, rumor has it, the newer Drake
next.
Or like.
And I see that. I do see that. I don't know though. I don't know how, like, what will happen in the future, but I see it. It was like, I heard a lot of people saying they didn't like his album, but I liked it.
I appreciate his album, yeah.
I wouldn't say the next Drake. He gives me more of like Mac vibes. Like if Mac just like kept going up and up and up, because Mac was just like a smooth, cool dude, and like Jack give me the same vibes as Mac.
The whole Drake thing that people like forget, like when Jack raps, he raps like he's talking. When I rap like I'm talking. So it's a monotonic voice. Really, it's not that people are sounding like Drake. It's just that Drake is the, face of that style.
The delivery,
he's just the face of that style. So, it's just, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't know. That would be interesting. But I think I do see the similarities. We'll see though.
No, it's just I'm excited for the new music coming out, and like I'm trying to pick certain artists to like follow on their journey, and I'm like,
I got a lot of artists like that, man. Some of them just haven't blown up, but I remember just like early YouTube, like just following these guys. Like Kendrick was one of them. Man, I remember it was AAU. I was sitting in the car. It was me, Malik Ivy, Jacob Andrick, and we're in the back seat, and I'm trying to tell them it was like a DJ Khaled song, and Kendrick was on it. And you know what song I'm talking about?
What is it from an album specifically, or like what's it?
I don't think it was an album. I think it was just a video with him and some other artists. Man, I honestly don't even remember what song it was. Yeah, see if you could find that. When I heard him, I think I had been listening to him prior to that, but when I seen him with Khaled, I was like, oh yeah, he's starting to move up. But I had told them in the car, I was like, dude, he's about to be next. And they just all clown me for it.
Yeah, no, because I remember like what hooked me to Kendrick was like, what song was it? Off Section 80 maybe? No, Money Trees. It was the first song I heard. I'm like, yo,
no, that's Good Kid, Mad City.
Good Kid, Mad City. I'm like, he's it. He's up next.
Mine was it was Rigor Mortis.
Oh, Rigor Mortis.
That's a great song.
I think I even like tried to remix it and myself, but I was just younger then, so.
And the way I met Kendrick through music was actually through Jhené Aiko. I heard him on that, what's that song, Growing Apart, which I still love to this day. And then it's on her album. I think it's like, I know the melody is like, Where Are You Going? Why Aren't We Slowing Down? Something like that. But I can't think of the name of that song. And then
that's off Good Kid, Mad City.
And then there's the Backseat Freestyle. That was his actual first song by himself that I heard. I was like, oh, who the hell is this?
Also on Kendrick's album, the newer one, the most craziest song is We Cry Together. Yo, I want to see that visually.
I was trying to bring that up, but I was like, I don't know if everybody really like
that song
with that song like I do. But I'm like, man, I was reading the lyrics. I'm like, man, I couldn't even take my eyes off the lyrics.
I like it. So
you guys, so you did like it? I might be the only one that did.
Am I toxic for liking that?
That's what I don't know. I feel like you're not toxic for liking it because
no.
We've all been there subconsciously. That we've all had that type of argument, not to that degree, but we've all been there. But I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see I don't want to picture myself doing this now. And I think that's what he meant to do. Put yourself in this perspective.
Yeah,
I'm gonna rap it for you, and this I know how you feel. So he's trying to touch places that
and then
a little bit too close to home. Yes,
and I'm saying at the end of it, he starts tap dancing, like stop tap dancing around the conversation.
Right.
I'm like,
but then they have sex at the end. That's what threw me off.
But that's
the cycle.
Really
people do that.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. It's just like, damn. Like,
no, I feel you because I heard this one girl saying the same thing. Like she couldn't listen to it.
It's not. I can listen to it. I wouldn't say that I might skip it if I have to. I ain't gonna cap. Like,
yeah. I feel
that might be the only one I do skip though.
Bro, I was at home and I was like jamming, and that came on. And I was like, I feel like I'm like hearing like an argument. I was like, if my neighbors are hearing me, like,
that's
what
I'm
saying. Let me go to the next song.
And the way I felt about that song, like you said exactly what I said to Jamie, and you said another point I said to Jamie. I was like, one, it's like you said, even if we haven't been to that degree, we've all secretly, we may have not shared it with our friends, been there with a female or just somebody in general. It ain't even got to be a female or a partner. Mm-hmm. And then, and even if you haven't been in that, you've heard it. You know what I mean? And I feel like in a weird way, again, it's a healing song because it's like, you can really relate. It's like, I've been through that, and maybe I'm really not the only one because for a fact you ain't gonna be the only one to connect to it. So I thought it was like a weird healing song.
Mm-hmm. It's a great way to reach and touch a lot of homes.
Definitely, yeah.
And it might wake up some people too because at the end, like you said, the whole stop tap dancing around it. Maybe that's a wake up call for some people to have the real conversation instead of going through the revolving door of that shit. Yeah. Have the real conversation about your relationship and maybe move the hell on or do what's best for both parties.
Yep, just with all his music, he's one of those artists where like you appreciate just him existing because he makes you think about the conversation, puts you in a different perspective of like, what's my life? Like, have I gone to therapy? Am I doing the right things? Like, yeah, he's one. Yeah, the top three, Drake, Cole, Kendrick.
They're the big three. They're their generation when you think about it.
Y'all gotta put some respect on Travis, man.
He's not really.
I see he's performing now too,
but he came like a little bit after him, though.
Bro. Not really, because Travis was on Twisted Dark Fantasy with Kanye, so it's like he been around. He developed as a rapper later, but he was a producer, so I mean, it ain't like his foot wasn't in the door. I play you Travis shit. I know none of y'all probably heard. You know what I mean? So it's like I consider him from where I like. That's one of the things like you said. YouTube days, like you follow somebody and like he didn't even have. You know what I mean? All that shit like.
Get to see somebody grow. So, Mike, for you, like, who's another artist? Like, how do you feel about Kanye?
I like Kanye. He's
low-key gotta throw him up there too with Drake and them though. For real,
top 5 for sure.
Yeah. I like Kanye. I think he's one of the most creative, like making albums. I think he always tries to do something different, and his beats are crazy, and he's just one of those innovative artists. Like,
his production is crazy. His team is amazing for sure.
Always trying something new. And
Travis Scott.
I mean, he throwback favorite song of Travis Scott, Mamacita, for real. Love that song. Yeah. But Kanye is probably one of the biggest influencers of hip hop, and a lot of people probably won't admit that because they don't like him. When you think about everything he's ever done in hip hop since he's entered the game, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's a fact. I agree with that statement. Even though I'm not a fan of Kanye, I do agree with that sentiment because you are correct, and I do. You can't credit him with a lot of different.
This guy.
What? This guy.
Because he's brought out a lot of, not just the artists he's brought out, but think like where would Jay-Z be without a lot of his beats?
Yeah.
Where would a lot of Rockefeller have been without his beats? Because and just artists in general that he was putting on doing shit for free or just showing people the way. Think about where a lot of people would be if Kanye never existed.
Yeah, Kid Cudi.
Cudi would have never got broken out. Big Sean out of Detroit would have never found his way. You know what I mean?
Even like 2 Chainz, like that whole like Good Morning.
He helped him become 2 Chainz because he was Titty Boy before 2 Chainz. You know what I mean? So he got him out of Atlanta. Kanye.
Man, Atlanta different though. It's only a matter of time for somebody to pop. I feel like every other year a new motherfucker coming out of Atlanta. It's crazy. I don't know how but they really are like they push each other. Really.
They're the new mecca of hip hop.
Have you ever been to Atlanta?
No, I have not.
You ever been to Atlanta before?
No.
That's a place where you need to go because
I need to.
The amount of like love and resource there is like everybody supports everybody. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Like it really is like the mecca of like
I'm about to go down. Drop
Music.
an album.
Yeah, it is, because don't get me wrong, New York is the birthplace. That's where most of it started and everything. But like Atlanta,
That's the headquarters.
yeah, but like Atlanta is the mecca. That's where you go when you want to meet people, get put on. Because I mean, French. That's where he met Gucci and got put on and shit. He had to leave New York to go down there and meet. He actually got robbed by Gucci before he actually worked with him. Gucci stole $5,000 from him.
Damn.
In New York too, though. At the same time, like New York, I feel like was the mecca for a long ass time, and now it's like Atlanta. But then like you still got new places coming out of like Memphis. Like they got a good ass scene, a group of people that's coming out of there. Florida, low key been killing shit too now. The West Coast always gonna kill it. Cali's too big, man. That's like one of those spots. Like it's just too big for.
And Chicago's leading the Midwest now.
Yeah, that's true.
See, so Mike, for you, when was the light bulb moment for you? Like, it went off in your head, like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
After I got on the radio with Alex Angelo, I was on Kiss FM, and the reactions I was getting from everybody.
Hell yeah, I was with Aaron when that shit happened. He blasted that shit in the radio.
Bro, like...
That shit was crazy. I remember that shit. You saying that now, I remember that shit like it was yesterday.
See,
What
like,
song was it?
It was called Think Too Much.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, yeah, prior to that, I had really nothing big or, people knew me a little bit. Like, I was just starting off. When I got on that radio, I had so many tweets and people messaging me, and like, I just heard you on the radio. Like that was when I knew like I gotta start going way harder now.
See, the 10,000 hours, man. I'm telling you, like,
That's awesome.
And that song too, like it wasn't a guarantee that was gonna happen.
Right.
John reached out to me and said they had reached out to him and they wanted a rapper. And out of all the rappers John knows, he
selected you.
Yeah, he told me, like, he was trying to help me out. And I had to spend my own money on the session and get it mixed and not knowing that he was going to pick me, because I seen somebody else, he tweeted it out too. That artist, Alex Angelo, he was like, I need a rapper on this song. And I seen another artist reach out. And this artist was bigger than me,
I reported him. Spam.
And I don't know if he ever actually got it done, but the next day I went to the studio and I knocked it out, and they loved it. So it played like so many days on Kiss FM, and Kiss FM is like, I'm probably the only Lorain rapper that's ever been on Kiss FM.
Shout out to you,
because that's like, that's commercial.
That's about as mainstream radio we got.
Yeah,
besides 107.
No cap. If this is like in your future, if you ever want to do this, I feel like I can see you performing at the International.
The festival?
Yeah.
That would be... I thought of that too. But then sometimes I think like, who's really the crowd that sits there? Sometimes I feel like...
Yeah, you know how that crowd is. Yeah. They like a certain genre of music, but...
Yeah. So it would just depend what songs I performed, I think. But I could see it too, yeah.
Or you promote yourself so much, you bring out your crowd. You know what I mean? And we might just be sitting on one half, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Published by IOU Podcast.
Yep. Hey. I'll be on chairs, whatever you need me to do. I'll be a hype man. It don't matter. Like,
I'll stay dive. Jacob too.
I'm in.
Please don't do that.
Don't get me started.
No shirt on.
I'll bring a t-shirt gun. Shooting out shirts with your face on.
Everybody likes t-shirts, man. Everybody likes t-shirts.
That would be crazy, yo. That would be different. Like, you don't see the artists doing that.
Right, like, why wouldn't you do that? Like, shoot t-shirts at your concert with your face on it? Yeah.
And that's the thing that makes you innovative. Like, you're doing things that people normally don't see. Like, if we come to a party and we got t-shirt guns, we got like, we're just having our own little festival in ourselves. Like,
people will venture to that.
Yeah, what the hell's going on?
We had a concert or a basketball game.
Right. Yeah. And Travis Scott is a perfect example. Like, his following is like, they're supporting him. Whatever happens, whatever he goes through, like,
yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, y'all know where I stand.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. All that shit, it was tragic that happened, but I still
ain't nothing wrong with it. You gotta apologize for your fandom.
Nah, I feel that.
You know what I mean? It's like I've been following them since, like you said, Kendrick's early days.
Yeah, it's hard to nah.
Especially see the growth in people, and like once you start pinning, like, bro, the other day I was at work. I'm like, man, it's Travis Scott's mom's birthday today. Nigga, like, how you even know that? I'm like, you just follow this person for so goddamn long. You start, you know what I mean?
You become like almost like a distant relative in a sense. Like,
I wouldn't say that, but like, you know, like it's just.
Yeah, I'd be at the barbecue next year. Just bro.
I was about to say, do you have any day one fans you want to shout out?
Man, day one fans.
Big Oz, of course.
Oz, of course. Aaron, of course.
Yeah.
Berkey. Gabe is. Gabe.
I knew him before he was even Michael Lewis. Like, he was Little Mike, and people would be like, "Yeah, that's Lil Mike. That's Lil Mike." Who's Lil Mike? I'm like, bro, that's what they call him. I don't know. This is how I got introduced to him. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I don't know why they. Well, you know what? That's how I first started. My name was Lil Mike.
See, I wouldn't have known that. I just thought that.
Little Bow Wow comparison right there.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
There's too many Lils. There's too many Lils.
Don't be a little. It's too many. Too many.
Get lost in the sauce with that name.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
But yeah, man. Every trip, you already know I've been.
And that's like people like Gabe are the people I need. I don't think you know how much you've meant to me, bro, because every time I drop a song, I try to send it out. I'm not big, so I have to do this myself.
Right.
And that can be really annoying to certain people. Even some people send me stuff, and I'll be like, man, it gets annoying. So I could see where it is, but like Gabe, no matter what, like he'll retweet it if I ask him to. You know what I mean? He'll listen to it. Yeah. He'll do whatever I ask him, just to help me promote it. And man, those are like the people I need to really push myself out.
Those are the real fans, the supporters.
And I want to pay homage to these people because this is where I got it from right here. This is, you know what I mean? This is how we started the podcast, and this is how it really, developed to what it is. So
yeah. We're all nobody to somebody.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like for us to just support, I don't give a fuck if you're selling napkins, bro. I'm supporting your napkin business. Like
thanks,
that's
man.
Type of like
friend I am. Rip
like,
though, Jay, because I swear to God, I'll give him money.
I'll
back.
beat my own ass.
I'm gonna put a bad rating on it if it do rip. But
Yeah, I would too. I'll do it my damn self.
So, but no, it's just like you need that energy around you at all times. Like I'm sure you have a small group of people that you just. I can vent to you guys. This is how I feel, and like we come here, and that's us. Like we're having a bad week, a bad day. We come vent, we share our thoughts, and we go from there. Like you just need people like that around you.
Definitely, man.
Mm-hmm.
I got a quick question. What's your favorite song that you've ever made? Before we move to the next question.
That I've ever made?
Yeah, like what's your favorite song, like, that you made, like you even turned on sometime, like, man, this shit's so cold, I gotta listen to myself.
Okay. Favorite song from being made and my favorite song, I think, are different. So my favorite song that I've made, there was a situation with this girl, right? And so I made a song about it. And when there was a certain part where, like, I didn't have it written, so I kind of just freestyled, and how it just came, I could just feel it. Like I don't know how to explain, but like
something spoke through you that
I could just feel that this emotion was gonna get pushed to her when she heard it. You know what I mean?
You gonna feel this, bitch.
Yeah.
That's I'm talking about you, motherfucker. I'm saying shit specifically. I know you know.
Yeah, it was like specific lines that maybe people they just wouldn't know what I'm talking about, but she would.
Right.
Speaking in code.
Yeah.
You bitch. I'm talking to you.
Don't be at the international. I'll play that.
Oh man.
So then, what's and you said then the other song was what?
So my favorite song is probably Project Runway.
Yeah, I do like that. That's smooth. I don't know. I like the song with you and Sherrod, bro. That shit. Sherrod on them
that's
vocals,
like a
man.
New, like, yeah.
Sherrod on them vocals.
I was shocked with that too. I heard I'm like, that's Sherrod. That's what I'm saying. It's like my friends have hidden talents. I didn't know you guys like did this. I'm like,
Gabe played that song for us one time. I added it to my library.
See,
next
Shackles. Yeah, man. Shackles
bro, that shit's so smooth.
And that's another one that I could just. Sometimes I'll listen and I'll get like teary eyed because like speaking with conviction. You feel me? I was just watching a Jack Harlow interview. Like every time I rap, I speak with conviction. That's literally what I do. Like I try to put my flaws out in that song and know that God's gonna break those shackles. And Sherrod was just like, it was almost like I took a chance because I hadn't really fully heard him sing, but he had sung something to me in the car one time. I just knew he had that soulful voice, and I was like, man, it was probably years go by, and I'm just like, this is the one. This was the one, and, he came through for me. Yeah.
And I think for most artists, like if you're grounded and you're like how your foundation, you're almost like an open vessel to like what you're creating, like your ancestors are helping you push this message, like it comes from a deeper like root of like what you're doing. Like, because you say you have kids, would you want your kid to be a musician or whatever their passion is? Like, I'm convicting what I'm talking about, and you hear it in my music, so like it transferred to you, and then it keeps like going. That lineage keeps building, like, and that's probably pretty much like what you want to do for the most part.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, I mean, for anybody out there that like wants to create, wants to do something great, just stay true to yourself, stay grounded, and stay consistent. Right.
Exactly.
So, what's a message you want to give another artist or somebody that wants to create something?
It would be, staying true to yourself. Another thing is, it depends. Like, if you're doing this solely off of love and you don't care, what other people think or blah, blah, because some people are like that, where me, I love this and I want to make this my job. And financially, like, bro, if I had the money, I would already be out of here. Guaranteed, because now that's what this has turned into. It's a popularity contest. Who has the most views, who has the most likes, and that's what it turned into. Now, the views and likes, especially likes, I don't really care about the likes, but the views are like, what's the word I'm looking for?
Exposure?
Yeah, it like, so if you go and see this dude has 1 million views on his video, you can be like, oh yeah, he's official, let me watch this. You know what I mean? It's just like it's like a popularity game now.
Yeah. I agree, and I think that's why Kendrick said, they kill conscious rap and certain shit like that, because it's all like, the internet. Whatever's popping on the internet that day and that hour, regardless of how great your shit may be, that's what's it.
And I think that's how I feel about your drill rap comparison. It's like that's just what's being pushed right now for social media and younger people. Let's just be honest. Not people our age for real. It's like low key like the younger class.
Never try to act like someone you're not. You always gonna have to pay for your words one way or another.
Facts, and that's why they're trying to the old heads are trying to reduce drill rap being massively heard, because they're like, people don't really need to be hearing this, because one, a lot of people ain't even really about this life. 2, really ready to walk this life, and 3, ain't ready for the consequences.
Yeah,
right? They're not.
Yeah, you gotta be careful about what you rap about, for real.
Yeah. Like we've been talking all week outside the podcast. You see what happened to YSL. If y'all really about that and y'all really rapping about it,
we gonna test
really
you.
watching.
There's people out here that's gonna test everything you saying right now. Like, you say you up to this? Okay, bet.
Yeah, they gonna see. You're like, oh, you really got this X amount of guns in your videos and shit and on you. All right, we gonna play a little watching and learning.
Yeah, I think that's just one of the risks of putting yourself out there and letting people hear what you're doing.
Yeah,
there's a certain vulnerability that goes into being an artist, right? So
self-snitching, that's all it is, man.
Quit dry snitching on yourself. What's your ultimate goal, though, Michael, in the music industry?
Man, the ultimate goal, it's cliche to say, but I would like to be the biggest artist ever.
That's fair.
I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I'm still learning, I think what would be important to me is just touching lives, though, too. It's up there, right there. If I can I would be happy, since I'm going on this, I'm trying to get deeper with my faith and Christianity and just live the life that God wants me to live. I wouldn't even mind being, signed to Reach Records. I don't know if you guys are hip to that, Lecrae or...
Yeah.
Okay. You hip to Lecrae? Yeah. So that's his record label.
He's good at what he do.
And he's hard. I think he's hard. So if maybe that's not a big level to some people, but if I could get there and I can touch people's lives, I would be happy with that.
Facts.
But I want to make a living off making music. That's what I want to do.
Well, I'm going to be one of the many to tell you I believe in you, because I love how you don't box yourself into being a rapper nor entertainer. You call yourself an artist. And that's where I kind of give Kyrie, props to. I love when people just classify themselves as artists or something that can be broad. You know what I mean? Because an artist is going to be something in this field, and that field. And that's why I've introduced you as multi-talented, because I see you doing something more than just rap in the future.
Speaking of Kyrie, well, I'll save that for a different
that ain't for this conversation. That ain't for this conversation. Nope.
Yeah, so
love the guy, but nope.
I think, let me say this. I think to learn from Kyrie is like you stand on what you believe.
Facts. That I will give him. He stood on that hill with his flag. I don't care if I'm solo. You could not push that man off that hill.
Yeah,
and that's fair.
And that's what makes you different. That you're willing to die behind what you're standing on.
10 toes down.
Everybody doesn't do that. Like once pressure comes on, like, oh, okay, I'll let it go. Like no, like
in a weird way, that's admirable. You know what I mean? Because even though you made the wrong decision, at least you didn't like switch up.
Right. So if you hear this, Kyrie, come back, please.
No, well, you know what? Since we on the topic, this is just real quick Kyrie news. I've been noticing over the past, like for real, 3-4 days, he's been wooing LeBron from Brooklyn.
I'm telling you.
Even Tristan Thompson, I read early this morning, somebody was trying to talk to him about it, and he was like, LeBron and Kyrie was the best duo of all time. So even his ex-teammates are talking them two up. So watch out for that in the rumor mill. Yeah, that's Cliff's rumors on the NBA mill. Kyrie's been playing nice as hell. For real, look it up.
I think we might have to start doing a rumor report or something every episode. But
me and Gabe can be on it.
Shit, we talk about a lot of shit, bro.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
And I'll be catching this nigga in traffic, too.
So.
I looked up. I said, is that... He said, he threw the blunt out the car. I said, yeah, I got mine right here, too, brother.
I sparked up at the light.
And
is that time of the episode?
Well, we have one more thing because he's multi-talented, not just a rapper. I want to ask about his degree because congratulations to him.
He's educated out here, bro. He's doing things.
Business administration, correct?
Didn't you say we got something to do after the pod together? Okay, then. So don't rush that episode.
I wasn't rushing anything.
It's time for you to get off your bullshit, all right?
Whoa.
So you graduated from Kent State, right?
Kent State.
Kent State, business administration.
Business administration.
So what was the thought behind that? Why go in that field for your degree?
I guess because of how broad it is, and I still don't know exactly what I want to do. And if I'm being honest, the whole college thing was really for my parents. I know people like...
That's fair.
And I'm about to drop a song with the video. It's about to be a thing. It's a thing, but I'll say it here first.
We getting an exclusive.
We getting so many exclusives on
people will say, like, don't do college for that reason. Do it because you really want to, or, you know, some people think it's a scam. I kind of do too, a little bit.
I feel you.
But my parents sacrificed many things in my life, and that's something that they really wanted to see me do, was graduate from college, right? Mm-hmm. So why be selfish? In my opinion, I feel like I would be selfish to not do that, knowing that that's something I can do, you know? And I feel like I did it the smartest way that I could, because I didn't really get into debt, really. Mm-hmm. So I think there's a way to go about it. I think it's still, like, kind of messed up. We gotta pay for, you know.
We can talk about that, too, if you want, because I feel like that shit's a whole scam. Like,
it's ridiculous.
You're quick to give me a student debt, but I can't get a business loan if I ask you.
Right.
And not only that, just to summarize it up, like other countries give free schooling. If you have people who literally are going to be the next generation of pioneers, entrepreneurs, or just workers, if they want to go to school to better themselves, it should be free. So that way your country can be better in the future. Because if all of them, you know, get their jobs and do what they got to do, they got the education, guess what? They're going to push
at
this
least
country
not
forward.
As much as what it is. It's like people end up with 4-year degree and they come out $100,000 in debt. It's like,
and it's sad.
And it's like some people don't finish and they still end up with the debt. It's like
damn.
Those are things like I think we're not educated enough on the transition from high school to college. Luckily, I went to LC and did my thing there and had a scholarship just for being a minority, you know. But what about like kids who jump from there to universities, and what loans are you taking out that build interest, you know, the subsidized, unsubsidized? It's like, it's so thing, like, you know, and that's what messed me up is the 1 year I didn't know that I wasn't going to have the money type of thing. And so I had already started the semester. I had to take the loan, and that's the only loan that I ever took during college. So, but it was nothing, you know. I'll pay that off real quick, like. But luckily, that was my situation. I was paying out of pocket for college, so it took me a little longer. Really, I should have been done, but
hey, that's all right. We go at our own pace.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't even tripping. I was just like, man, when I'm done, I'm gonna be pretty much done. I ain't gotta worry about paying off this amount of money.
And I think, like, as a people moving forward, like we're understanding that like college is not the only route.
Yeah,
entrepreneurship is being more pushed now than actually going to a 4-year college or wherever you want to go. Like that is one route you can take, but like I guess it just depends on the individual. Like what do you want to do with the rest of your life? And that's not really taught in high school. Like they teach you the bare minimum, but like we should really teach these kids communication, information can save a nation. That's what we're trying to do. So like what do we need to tell the next generation moving forward? Like this is the new game plan.
Everybody has a choice. You know what I mean? Facts. And so I'm not gonna tell nobody don't go to college.
Right.
And I'm not gonna you do what in your heart you feel is right. Because I still think college is important. Because people can still,
for sure.
People are still doing great things by taking that route.
Yep.
But obviously now people who don't want to, they have a great chance too. Because now there's so many ways to make money.
Right. Yeah. And you just got to think about a lot of people who are immigrants whose people literally sacrificed their whole lives to move over here for that opportunity for their generations that, have that because they wouldn't have got it back in their own country. So I get it. Sometimes it's not a pride thing, but just like, damn, my ancestors kind of put me on their back so I could even be presented this opportunity.
Right.
Why would I ever waste it?
Right. And I wasn't forced,
Right.
So, but I did it. Because I felt at the time I didn't really know what I was gonna do. I didn't want to be, just having a job, not doing nothing at home. Even though I'm doing music, I just wanted to continue to feel. It felt good just chasing something. I like that chasing feeling,
and that makes you more valuable to whoever. When you get signed, whoever signs you, like he's educated in what he's doing. So like,
and his motivation.
And his motivation. Like he's gonna know what his master's is. He's gonna be in full control of that. Like just. Pay attention as you're going up.
That's something like Benjamin Bill has been teaching me. He's been learning about, the masters and all that. Man, it gets deep. It really gets deep.
And all the information is like lost as you're going up because they're not telling you this. Like, and you get caught in that like a 360 deal and it's like over for you.
I mean, even Snoop admitted that he was only getting paid for performances, not production and certain shit like that. And when he finally learned the game, he said he was so damn mad, so mad.
Fuck that.
Now he don't get cheated on nothing. And I mean, that's the beautiful part about entrepreneurship. It's ugly, but the trial and error and the experience that you get from all that is priceless.
Oh man, it's the most ugliest, beautiful process ever. Like it's the journey that I enjoy the most. Like that's the reward of going through that journey and seeing like, man, I used to be like this, now I'm like this. What's the next space I'm going into?
Right.
So, yeah, and I noticed that you're paying more attention to it. So like, I'm just excited for you, man. I really am. Like, I can't wait to see you on tour. I just want tickets, by the way, when you do that.
Got you.
Yeah.
We'll have the podcast set up or something.
Yeah. That's what we're pushing. We want to start traveling with this too.
Tickets
like
backstage, bitch. Back up. We in this bitch.
Yeah. I would love to, like you said, bring a festival. I bring the biggest artists in the world to the internet where they do Black River Landing. Like that would be crazy.
Right. Fucking awesome.
So crazy that it
you got the space for it.
Right.
Man, security would be crazy tight though. You know how packed downtown would be? You have to walk your ass down there like, man, you ain't getting no
parking. I'm parking at Franco's house. I'm gonna walk from there.
That's the perfect setup too.
I swear to God. Or I take his he got that little new moped.
Yep. He just sent me a picture of the day.
I'm on that.
Bridge gonna be full and everything. It's gonna look like a SpongeBob concert in there. Across the river gonna be watching. For real.
Okay. No, but yeah. So in this part of the episode, we'd like to dive into our mental health. So we go around the table and we just, how do you feel mentally, spiritually, 1 through 10? Because we care about our mental health. So, Jacob, you want to start us?
Sure.
Damn, y'all not rock paper scissors?
No, that's all right.
He just put you on the spot.
He does. I'm a 6.
Okay.
Sick kid. He's getting better. Threw up a lot. Never pleasant. Some shit I heard about in my family. Don't want to get into it, but kind of bugged me. But besides that,
You got beef or something?
no. Ain't got no beef.
We talk about it off mic.
Feel better, Parker.
Right? And then that's about it. Just kind of air week. Nothing good, nothing bad. Just kind of air.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
What about you, Cliff?
Oh, shooting it across the table. I'm a 9. I'm not going to say I'm a 10 yet. I've been enjoying playoff basketball. Jay scored a goal today. Almost won, but they lost by 2 in the final 15 minutes. Literally, the kid playing goalie let 2 goals in within a span of 5 minutes. I was so mad.
Yeah, I was subbed him out.
But they didn't.
Grab him by his shirt.
They
Get the fuck
didn't.
out.
Just luckily, Jace was playing defense on the field.
Push him push it.
Outside of that, everything else is going smooth. Is going good. I don't really have any complaints. Amari has allergies, so his nose has been running. Using my shirt like a damn tissue.
Oh man!
But no complaints. I've been going to Cedar Point every other weekend. Michael Lewis is in the fucking building. I'm happy. Lorain's getting put on. I'm gonna pass it to my right.
I see.
I knew it was going there.
I knew it was going there.
What's up, Gabe? How you doing?
I'm better. I'm better than last week. Obviously, y'all see that.
I was real worried about you, Scorpio brother.
You're good. It's fine. You know, I be getting in my own emotions sometimes. So once I lock myself down, I say I'm not leaving my room, bro. I'm not leaving that bitch. But then motherfucking Julian he has his priors and shit. He will peel back every layer he can to get me out of my goddamn mood.
You got both of us over his house on Saturday. That Gabe wasn't feeling good.
Literally, yeah.
Wow.
And I looked up. I said, "Hey." He said, "Are you feeling better?" I said, I mean, it was just something to do, I guess.
Yeah,
but,
we just watched the fights.
You're right. But yeah, I'm doing better. I mean, Mike's here. I can't complain, bro. You know what I mean? It's a OG friend. You know what I mean? So,
Yes, sir.
just been working. I already know what's bothering Jacob, but yeah, it's been stressing me out too because.
Damn. Family
we
ties.
can talk about it off, Mike. Yeah, that's fine.
But I mean, yeah, just caught in the crosshairs of that bullshit. I mean, which is unpleasant, but you know, it's the life you live when you can't choose your family.
Damn.
So it ain't your fault. There
Right.
you go. You just gotta go through the motions.
Like Michael said, everybody has a choice,
Yep.
right? So,
Yep. So
John, for you,
For me, I'm happy to be back on the podcast.
yeah, you were
I'm on a
like
hiatus.
selling last, like
Yeah.
garage selling last
Yeah,
week. Like,
garage sale
you know,
season.
my dumb ass, not to cut you off, like I was in Westlake and I had to get gas and I was going to Carrabba's to pick up something for Jamie. Went across the tracks because there's a little detour over there. And when I crossed the tracks, it said, "Welcome to Bay Village." I was like, "Oh, no shit. John was just out here." I was like, "It's right down the street." I didn't even know.
Yeah, no, it was a good time. Garage sailing, like in the summertime, just being with my family, just doing that. It's been great. The weather has been really fantastic out. Jacob was there too last week. Otherwise, man, really good. Like my niece, she's like 13 months old. And
shout out to Ruby.
just her look in her eyes, like, and she's like I saw her this morning, and she's like looking at me. She's like starting to smile. I'm like, that you just melt me. Like,
Make you want a baby, don't it? Baby
no,
fever.
I want her, man. I just want her to succeed, and I just want to like pour into her, and I just.
And you get to because you're the fun uncle. Like,
that's your vessel.
Yeah,
You're the Funko.
So no, other than that, man, just loving life, man, just loving life. So I'm gonna say like I'm like a 9. I'd say a 9.
Oh, that's awesome, Mike. For you,
Maybe like a 5 or 6. Cause I just graduated, so now
Little need some energy. You guys.
decompressing and trying.
I'm trying to like.
He has to
figure
find his
out,
new chase. He said.
Yeah, what's next? So probably tomorrow I'll have to like redo my resume and stuff like that. So yeah, just there's a next chapter that I got to see what's coming. You know.
This one may be the most exciting for you because you're going to get challenged on different levels.
Yeah.
So just be open to like adversity,
Right.
because it's necessary. So
Right.
Shit, when you see adversity, smile at it. You got to win her smile.
I know.
that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah.
Everybody says that you always smiling, but
Gotta do the Luca.
It ain't always like that, you know.
Right.
I feel that.
Oh, my fault.
Mr. Ash?
I'm at a 9. I just got asked to join the Culture Kick League.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that's fun. Now my whole week is booked up. Literally, like
What's it called? What is that?
It's hooping.
it's a basketball league out in was it the soccer academy?
Yep.
Yeah. So Mondays we play kickball. Tuesdays is beach volleyball. Wednesdays is basketball. Now at the soccer academy. Thursdays I get to relax for a little bit, and then Fridays we're back at volleyball. And then Sundays we play in Parma. So yeah, I'm active this summer, man. You got to. Yeah. So, but overall, yeah, I'm good. We got Mike on the show, which I'm happy that you finally got on the show with us.
Yeah, I'm happy too, man.
Yeah, no, I'm just excited for you and your journey, and I'm excited for all of us to see what's next for us. So, yeah.
You want to give your social medias a shout out?
Yo, Michael Lewis, MichaelLuisXO, Michael Lewis XO on everything.
Clean. I like that. Clean.
Yeah, and then on Apple Music, Spotify, it's just Michael Lewis. SoundCloud, YouTube, it's just Michael Lewis.
Right. Can I get a follow on Apple Music? Do you have a profile?
I don't think.
Can you not follow people?
I don't.
See, that's why I've been trying to get you to. I've been trying to follow you. We'll talk about it after. I've been trying to follow you, and that's why I don't know. Okay,
on Apple Music, you gotta show me.
Right. All right.
Our sponsor.
Shout out to what's our sponsor's name again?
Hell to the no, you did not say that on the mic.
Disrespectful, right?
Bro, he knows he's the sponsor.
Yeah, he was joking.
He was joking.
I'm the sponsor? Oh,
No.
no. Shout out to the Creative Genius brand at creativegeniusbrand.org. Get your merch, get your information. Just a hub of information to help people just elevate what they're doing and try to, get to the next level. So make sure you guys tap in.
Hold on. I got a gem for us.
Oh, jump.
Yeah, I got a gem.
Well, forgot the jump.
Yeah.
Fucking
Look,
up.
it has a bird too. Dropped it off. Perfect for this episode. Any fact facing us is not as important as our attitude towards it, for that determines our success or failure. By Norman Vincent Peale.
I like that.
Shout out Norman.
Shout out to Norman.
Norman.
This has been an episode of It's On Us. Again, follow us on Apple, Spotify, Podbean,
YouTube.
We can send the picture to you to listen to our episode. It don't matter. Like, just listen, tap in. We got some shit
USB
going.
drives and shit.
Whatever.
Hey.
Find us on Facebook, Instagram. Just
Twitter.
saying.
All over.
Visuals coming real soon, so
Stay tuned. Jinx, birthday bud.
Come
Ciao.
on, man. Don't do
Oh my god.
And that is going to wrap it, guys. The episode is finished. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to like it, share it with your friends and family, and be sure to follow us on all our social media pages at IOU Podcast 440. Again, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the continued support. We'll see you soon.